Well, hey everyone. Hello and welcome back to Oakmont. Kind of a desolate dump. We're here. Yeah, Sydney Stokes. Okay, so let's update our map. We're here looking for Sydney Stokes. Because we are trying to track down, if you missed the last episode, we're trying to track down a guy named Squint. And Sydney here is a fairly regular associate. Oh, jeez. All right. These guys move too fast to shoot them. Gosh, a lot. Okay, hang on. Oh gosh, stop, please stop. Oh, I hate this game. So much more stressful than Sherlock. Mr. Stokes, the price for a separate burial for your mother, Martha Stokes, is 30 bullets. The morgue cannot give you a discount. There are more requests for more requests for burials than we have resources or manpower to satisfy. You must make the payment in 2 weeks, or we will have to inter your mother in a mass grave. I'm guessing he doesn't want.
I'm happy to say I've never been hungry enough to consider eating.
Stop.
Whatever this is.
Whatever that just was. Stop it. Okay. I'm constantly on edge every time we're investigating a crime scene. I constantly feel like I don't want to be here. You know? Is that really everything on this floor? No, can't be. Surely I've missed something. Like this. Oh my goodness.
Rest in peace.
Not drunk, I swear. I feel like walking around like this, but I also feel like my gun doesn't really do much. So I don't know if it makes a huge difference. I mean, I guess it offers me some security. A little bit of comfort. How you feeling, Stokes?
Looks like Squint was having a bad day. Survived getting shot just to be stabbed to death. But who did it?
Oh yeah, that's, well, Stokes must have done it. I can't seem to pull anything off of this. Game's very inconsistent when it comes to that. Allowing me to pick it up. If there's nothing on it to... Oh, maybe I had to do this thing on it.
Oh, Ma. I killed him. What have I done? What in the world have I done?
Okay. Yeah, okay.
At long last, I'll fix what that old ape lover Francis did to you.
Old ape lover. I'm getting a little more like, oh, geez.
Hark! Get Get away from the... Oh, thank the gods. I thought you were another monster.
Sydney Stokes, I presume.
Aye, that's right. Do I know you?
Don't think so. I'm here about Herbert Glover. I believe you know him. Or should I say, knew him.
Okay.
Nice trick with the wall. How'd you manage it?
It wasn't me. She put the wall there with some kind of hocus pocus.
You said she put the wall here. Who is she?
She's our employer. I don't know her name or anything. She promised us a good payout for a simple job. And I fell for it like a chump.
What did she hire you to do?
The job seemed simple enough. Go to the collector's house, grab some fancy mirror, and then hoof it out of there.
So where's this fancy mirror now?
She took it. When me and Phil met her with the goods, they got into a big blowout and she shivved him. Okay, what am I to do now? Phil was the idea guy, I'm just a sap.
Come on, paint me a picture. What did this woman look like?
She was tall and thin, very thin, just skin and bones. Mean like a rattlesnake. That's...
Oh, come on. Why?
Were you hired to kill the collector too? Or was that just for laughs?
I swear to Kay, it wasn't part of the plan. It was an accident. The guy started shooting at us and I panicked.
You panicked? Really? That's your excuse?
Oh, please, as Kay is my witness, I didn't mean to kill anyone. I'll give you everything. I have. Just let me walk.
No, man. You got like a life of crime going here.
Well, you've had quite a night. Break-in, theft, and manslaughter. I'm gonna have to report this.
Please, I'll get the char for this.
You should have thought of that before you killed a man.
Yeah, no, you're...
What do you want?
Yeah, you're on your own, pal. You effed up. All evidence collected. All goodies collected, too? Okay, so... Sydney Stokes, along with pal Squint O'Connell, were hired by a strange woman to steal a specific mirror from Herbert Glover. Stokes accidentally killed Herbert during the robbery. They later met with the woman at Sydney's place where she killed Phil, took the mirror, and locked Sydney inside. Sydney couldn't remember her in much detail, except that she was thin, old, and had a bad temper. I should return to Mr. Throgmorton to tell him what I've found. An unknown woman took possession of the mirror that the thief stole from the Glover's residence. She killed Phil O'Connell, also known on the street as Squint. She said that she'd fix what Francis had done. Okay, I mean, hang on, I had a thought. No, it's not right. I was thinking, like, listen. The only reason he did this was because he was desperate for money so he could bury his mother. There's gotta be a fast travel here, right? He's desperate for money. There was one. So that he could bury his mother. And I get that. I do. And I'm sympathetic to that. So I don't know. I don't know what we'll end up saying about him. I don't know if we'll turn him in or not. I mean, we'll definitely report, like, that, the guy that we went to check in on, that he's dead. Right? Because that's what Throgmorton essentially wanted to know. Outside of that, Can't make any promises. Is this it? That's it, isn't it? No, where is it? This looks like it here, right? No. Where's the Throgmorton house? Am I heading the right way? This way. Oh, it's right there. I ran past it. I was looking in the totally wrong direction. God. Drunk. Hello?
I've looked into your delicate matter.
Excellent. Don't spare me any details.
Glover's dead. He was killed by a man named Sidney Stokes, who happened to be robbing his place.
I guess we're going
He
for
wasn't
it.
working alone. He had a partner, Phil O'Connell. Didn't end up much better. All over some kind of mirror, apparently.
Truck. Where is the mirror now?
Their employer has it. Some mystery woman. I didn't get her name, but she obviously wasn't fooling around.
I see. So, my enigmatic competitor has finally shown her hand. And the thieves are both dead, you say?
See, look, here's the thing. He just wanted to pay for his mother's funeral so that she didn't get locked in this thing. The system sucks, times are hard. It's still not right to resort to crime. This is like a very, like right and wrong is black and white and it's all that simple. This is like, there's a lot of gray and each thing is like... But he's also got priors, but nothing serious. He's like, again, it's like lollygagging. Okay.
Their employer decided to bump them off. Now, I hope that's not standard business practice in these parts.
You've proven to be far more valuable to me alive than dead, Mr. Reed. You have nothing to worry about in that regard.
All right. I've held up my end of the bargain. Now, it's your turn.
Of course, Mr. Reed. Here's your payment. Now that you know everything, would you accept the second part of the job?
Let me guess. You want me to track down the mirror?
Yes, and the one who so rudely snatched it from my grasp.
All right.
I'm on it. Only got one lead, though. Our culprit had a bone to pick with someone named Francis. Mean anything to you?
Ah, yes. That is without doubt my father, Francis Throgmorton. May rest his soul.
What's he got to do with this?
I found mention of the mirror in his records. That's what led me to take interest.
Your father was a prominent man. I'm sure he had enemies. Anyone come to mind?
None who would outlive him.
You mentioned your father left records. Mind if I take a gander at them?
The prospect of you rifling through my father's possessions does not fill me with joy, Mr. Reed. But if that's what you need, so be it. Take this key.
Ooh. Upstairs or in the basement? Also, I am hurting for health. Even that didn't really fully...
Curious craftsmanship. These must be worth a fortune. I'm looking sharp, but I guess that's the point.
Are those the exact ones from the Sherlock game with Black Bart?
Seems an ambitious expedition. Like father, like son.
I bet you it is. Same developer? I bet you that's a spitting image. Spitting image.
1891 must have been a busy year for Francis.
Wait a second. Was Francis human? Is this implying right here that Francis made a baby with this rosy monkey? Chimp, ape, gorilla? And that's why Throgmorton looks the way he does? Is that what that's implying? Francis Throgmorton expedition to Africa has proven to be one of the most ambitious, if sadly unappreciated, undertakings of 1891. He has returned with numerous historical artifacts, invaluable anthropological research, a newborn son christened Robert, and a plethora of fascinating cultural insights. Today, in an exclusive interview with the Oakmont Chronicle, he has agreed to share some of those insights with us. So I'm going to have to go to the newspaper. Francis, divorce is no simple matter these days. It has never been. In my legal practice, you must clearly define the fault you shall present to the court, the most common options being cruelty, adultery, or an incurable mental illness. It is my impression that your firstborn's death, oh no, at the tender age of 7, dealt a blow to Bethany's health. I do sincerely hope she recovers, but the court won't share my concerns. Besides, Oakmont Asylum seems to be a very well-run place. Regards, Chauncey?
Now, that kid looks a little familiar.
Torn photo. The left half. And then I'm guessing the right half will be in the newspaper? Is that what we're going with? We talking to Throgmorton before we leave?
I had some questions about Bethany.
I beg your pardon. I don't believe I know anyone of that name.
Well, it came up during the investigation. See, your father divorced, and his ex-wife's name was Bethany.
Say no more. It is beyond my earliest memories, but even if it weren't, my father's business is his own. I shall not engage in gossip.
Your father led an expedition back in 1891. Do you know anything about it?
I'm not the best person to ask, I'm afraid. I was a babe in arms back then, and my father never made his findings public. It is a great shame, of course. His work would have turned the science of evolution on its head.
Yeah, I can see that. Have a good day.
Okay, so time to head to the newspaper. Which is there. And we would have to get in a boat, so actually, I think we're going to fast travel. Like so. Here we go. So the newspaper is where? That's the police station. Newspaper's over here. Okay. Period would be the 19th century. Wait. Yeah. Because it was with a different wife. Fate of the expedition. What? Showing me stuff for the wrong case. I am on this one. Okay, so 1894. So yeah, 19th century. Commoners. Articles and interviews. Okay, so we're going to remove the commoners and we're going to go with Old Grove. No. Articles and interviews is what we're looking for, right? Because he gave an interview of his latest findings. This is where we're supposed to be, right? Oh, we're also supposed to head to the asylum? Okay, I thought we were supposed to come here. The asylum. How are we supposed to know where that is? None of that is labeled. Well, City Hall would probably have records of it. University Library. Oh, hang on. The asylum. Okay. Now we're all the way over here. So if we head out the door, take a right, up the street, and follow it until we hit water. Although this area is infected. So we want to avoid that. So if we head... I don't know. Let's head out the door and start wandering in that general which way direction. Head out the door and start wandering in that general which way direction. How the hell do I get out of here? And we'll just kind of avoid areas that we want to avoid. Because before we never really took the infected area thing all that seriously. But we have since discovered that it is, in fact, to be taken quite seriously. Yeah, play it, brother. Oh. I just want to say when I called you brother, I didn't. Okay. So... moving right along. Am I heading in a direction that is Come on. Don't freeze. Okay, yeah. But then we're gonna go up, we're gonna hang a left and then a right. So that we can all together avoid the miserable land of monsters. And then what? Actually, we could follow this all the way down till we can't, and then hang a right. It would totally freak me out if this were me right now and I was boating through all of this on my way to an asylum. Although, do I have a way out of here? I mean, I guess I could just go pay the guy. Do I actually have money left? Oh, jeez. If I wanted to go pay the guy that brought me here in the first place, would he take me out of here again? Because I'm starting to think my little visit to Oakmont is becoming less and less worth it. Less and less of a profitable endeavor for me, we'll say. Right, this isn't sketchy at all. I'm sure this will go fine. Hello, Arkham. Oh, this place is running still?
I'm looking for Bethany Throgmorton. You got any patients by that name?
We'd know if we had a Throgmorton. Although, we do have a Bethany. Or rather, we did. She's missing, and not on one of her usual walks.
Her usual walks? You let patients leave the building?
Oh, Bethany was harmless, and she always came back. This time, well, I've never known her to be like that.
You mean she broke out?
Yes, knocked an orderly out cold. She was out the door in a moment. It took us all by surprise. She's usually harmless.
Any idea where she went?
No. She had been odd recently, though. Muttering to herself, and she drew this strange picture on her bedroom wall.
That's interesting. Can I take a look at her room?
I suppose it couldn't hurt. She had a separate room downstairs. Here's the key, but do watch out for broken glass.
Bye.
I haven't even identified myself. Why is she giving me a key? Okay. How do I... Oh, jeez.
Do you see it?
Haven't you seen the beast?
Every time I take off my pants. Every single time. That seemed like a less than ideal way to get down here.
The blood's almost dry.
Was this her room? No. Oh, she's actually got quite a nice room.
At 7 years each, That's a lot of bad luck. I'm glad it's not mine.
Here we go.
Huh. Was this taken at gunpoint? Someone had a field day defacing these.
All I do for my dear Hammond. I cannot forget that. Shame on me for thinking that reprobate Squint had more common sense than greed in him. He got the mirror, and I do not care how he did it. But when the time came for the exchange, he wanted more, so much more, he had the gall to threaten me. Said he'd find a new buyer. What's done is done. No one has the right to come between me. Jeez, no one has the right to come between a mother and her child. So Bethany is the old lady. Young Hammond Throgmorton. Young Hammond Throgmorton, Francis Throgmorton's firstborn, has been pronounced dead. Mortally injured in a mysterious accident during a family holiday, little Hammond could not be revived, despite his doctor's best efforts. The funeral will be held later this week, with only family and close friends attending. In this dark and tragic hour, we are trying to remain grateful for all we have, including baby Robert, shared Francis Throgmorton. As my sole remaining heir, I will do all I can to protect him. So this is what I think happened. Sort of. I don't know what the accident with the holiday was, for sure. But I think that Hammond and Bethany and Francis had this baby Hammond together. And then I think Francis had an affair with a gorilla, which resulted in Robert. And maybe the gorilla was responsible for Hammond's death. I don't know that part yet.
I will find it, baby boy. I promise. Just tell me more.
Why is it letting me do it again?
I will find it, baby boy. I promise. Just tell me more.
So, and then now she's like hallucinating. But why does it still want me to... So where does this want me to go? This wants me to go here, where I already am.
At 7 years each, that's a lot of bad luck.
Right, we did that, we did
That's
that.
not mine.
Okay. So, what have we learned? No, I don't want to leave.
Anything I can help you with?
Yeah, well, yeah, I need a lot of answers.
Watch your pocket. Some patients here have wandering fingers.
Records room. This could be helpful. No records on Bethany.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed. Let's play.
What are we playing?
Water me. Don't just stare at my leaves.
Okay. Oh, this is gross. That is a public health issue.
Ed, I still hear those voices.
Okay. Surely there's some kind of reason for coming up here.
Eight, 9, 10, 11.
Ready or not.
What can I do for you?
Well, I should be asking questions about Bethany, but I'm not. Okay, but it says not all... Did it say all evidence found? I don't know, maybe there's some external evidence as to how she escaped. Also, is this building the only building in the asylum? Because often asylums like this will have, like, you know, a couple different buildings, but no, that's kind of seeming like it. However, there is all this stuff. But I don't know, none of this seems to, none of this seems to mean anything. Oh my god! Where did you come from? You weren't there a second ago. Alright, well, we gotta keep looking. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and thank you for subscribing. Please do all three, if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. Thank you muchly. What do you know? There's still got to be some kind of asylum clue. I just don't know if it's actually in the asylum. See, now I feel like we're getting too far away. Oh, geez. And I'm stuck under the umbrella. And until next time.